So today I'm going to do a fun tag video that I've been seeing circulate around BookTube lately, and I thought that I would do it. This is the Epic Reads book tag, and I know it was created over on that channel, so I will link it down below. However, I came across this tag first. I mean, I've seen it in a lot of places, but I saw it on Kara Cass, the author of The Selection, which is right there. She actually did this video, and I saw it on her YouTube channel, so I thought that I wanted to do this because it sounded like a lot of fun. So with that, we'll just jump right into the questions. Question number 1. If you could invite one author and one of their fictional characters to tea, who would you invite and what would you serve them? Ooh, that's a really good question. I feel like I would like to talk with a lot of authors and characters, but I think one of the duo that I think would be awesome to invite over for, I guess, tea would be Veronica Roth, the author of the Divergent trilogy, and I would invite along with her Four, who is like my ultimate man fictional boyfriend. I feel like we have to have our first date sometime, so why not then? And I could talk to Veronica Roth at the same time. And what would we have? Definitely Dauntless Cake, because they hype it up so much in that book. I definitely want to try it out for myself. Question number 2. What book do you wish the author would write a prequel for, and what would the main storyline be? Ooh, that's a good question, because I know a lot of times when I read books, I wish there were prequels or like a novella or something on certain characters that I would like to get to know more about. However, in this situation, I think I would have to go with The Hunger Games, mainly being a prequel, being told from Gel's perspective, or just getting a backstory on Gel. It could be before or after, even better. They could do one or the other, just to see how he turned out, or before all that, her and Gel's relationship. I just feel like he kind of got swept under the rug in those books, and I would love to read more about him. I actually wanted to read more about him and was hoping to get more with The Hunger Games, but yeah. Question number 3. Which 2 characters, not from the same book, do you think would make a good couple? I got it. I think Kenji from the Shatter Me series and Vida from The Darkest Minds. They're both very out there characters, and they're both best friends or friends of some of the main characters, and I think that they just both add a comedic relief to the storylines. I think those two are both just so head-on characters. I don't know if it's just me, but I think those two are a match made, in my opinion. So those two should definitely think about setting up a blind date or something. Number 4, if you ran into your favorite author on the subway and could only say one sentence, what would you say? Oh my gosh. There's 2 authors that immediately come to mind, so I'll just say both. I know that's kind of cheating. But if I ran into Veronica Roth, who is one of my favorite authors, I would probably, not much more of a sentence than just, why? But other than that, I think Alexandra Bracken or Jennifer L. Armentrout are other favorites of mine. And if I'm being realistic, I would like to think I'd have some sophisticated sentence to say to them, but I'd probably be fangirling and just say something uber ridiculous oh my gosh, I love your books. Question number 5. What book made you a reader and why? I know this is a big one for most of the book, well, not most, but a lot of booktubers on the community have said this, but I mean, it's the same for me. I would have to say Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, because really I wasn't a huge avid reader, but after I read that series, I found myself needing to pick up something else after experiencing this book hangover. I needed something about vampires or just something good to read, and it just kept pouring into me after that. I realized that I could really read for fun, and so it just kind of started off that trend. Question 6. If your bookshelf caught on fire, what book would you save? Oh my gosh, that is a terrible question. That's equal to asking someone what your favorite book is. So, oh gosh. I would have to say, if I'm being realistic with myself, I am not the kind of person that would just run onto my shelf, pick one book, and book it out. I probably, this whole shelf is my favorite shelf, and I'd probably just do a big sweep and get as much as I could in my arms and run for it out the door. Question 7. Which dystopian world would you want to live in if you had to choose? This one, oh gosh. I mean, I think I would want to live in Divergent only because Four is there and he's my husband, so just makes sense. But I just wouldn't want to live there because of the world. So sorry for like world-wise, I think the best shot of me surviving past 5 days would probably be the Selection. I think it's a dystopian world. I just feel like, I don't know, their caste system, like there's not like, people aren't like battling each other to the death or anything in that book. So I'd probably live in that world, because then hey, I could compete and maybe be a princess, and I wouldn't mind that at all. Question 8. What is your most epic read of all time? Ooh, gosh. I feel like all of my favorite books, I just get lost in it and consider them epic. Okay, so for this one, I will say The Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck, like that series, really. Just because I think out of most books I've read, that it's just the world in that story is so well written, and like the adventures that they go on, and it's just so like, it's definitely like a fantasy type read, and it's just the detail that she puts into it, it just is something like, it makes you feel like you're sucked into this adventure and you're going along with them to break this curse. And it's, I don't know, I really liked the book for that reason, because it felt like you were on this journey, and just the world she created with all those like elements was phenomenal. So probably that book. Number 9, Book Shimmy. Oh gosh. That's as good as it gets, guys. I'm sorry. And number 10, Tag People. I always cheat with this. I hate like tagging specific people. I'm like the worst tagger. So I just tag all of you who are watching it. If you want to do it, please do it. You could say I tagged you because it's valid and I tag you. So yeah. And with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!